Does your parrot have to have a cage? I mean, after all, if you're gonna let your parrot out all day so that they can fly around, get their exercise, and really be a part of your family, do they even need a cage? Well, it's all about the purpose, isn't it? And it's also all about what's in the cage. Hey guys, I'm Kaylin, the author of The Parrotless Bond, Get to Know African Grey and Cape Parrots. My newest book, Feathered Splendor, which is a full photo book with like 9 chapters or something, and all these different species, 40 different species of parrots. You're gonna love it. All available on Amazon. My mission is to help reduce the need for rescues by helping increase your blissful bond so that your parrot has the perfect cage, stays happy and healthy. How so? Well, like I was saying, it's really about purpose. Some people, unfortunately, that cage is a boundary or a jail kind of thing. It contains, it limits, and it's something that the parrot never gets out of. That's very different than no cage. Those are like the two extremes, right? Always in a cage, having no cage. Now, an aviary is a little bit like no cage, but it too has to be set up the right way. The purpose of a cage is really to provide your parrot what it needs. What does it need? You know, first and foremost, to me, the most important thing, and do you hear that? Yeah, that's my yellow-winged Amazon Tico. I'll catch some video of him in a sec. First and foremost, the purpose of that cage is to give your parrot a place to do the same thing you do at night. Relax, rest. We know that taking a nice deep sleep for humans helps you regenerate, helps you stay healthy, helps your immune system. Well, the same is true for a parrot. When a parrot in the wild goes and finds a place to stay for the night, it is a place that they feel is safe and secure. It's a place that they feel is out of maybe the wind, the rain, and certainly out of any view of any predators. Super important. Otherwise, you're going to sleep with one eye open, which means you don't get enough rest. So just like we have a house, we go out in the world, parrots can do the same thing, and we do what we need to do. We also come back and have our safe place to help us relax, rest, and enjoy our lives. So your parrot needs the choice, just like you have the choice to go home, your parrot really needs the choice to go to that place for some good rest. Now for me, you can cover your cage, your parrot's cage at night, or I like to use either a nest box, a bat box, or at least some covering on a cage. It's super important to me that my parrots can go, and a lot of my conures like to go either in a nest box, if I give them a nest box and I don't mind them breeding and getting hormonal, or into what I call a bat box, which is where they can go into it. It's like a cube, so it's protected on all sides, but they can go into it from the bottom, so they can't nest because there's no place to lay an egg, but there is a perch, so they can sit in the perch. They can rest, relax. I give my kayaks a nest box, and my other parrots, I either give them a blanket or some sort of solidness. So one of my favorite kinds of cages are the kinds that have a play top with that removable tray, because that removable tray means that above the parrots is solid, and so they know that no one can get to them from above. Then I'll usually put something at least on one side so that they have not a nest box, not a bat box, but some sort of safety and security. For example, with Arabella, our umbrella cockatoo, I want her to have some safety and security, but I know that cockatoos get very hormonal if they have a nest box, so I am giving her nothing like a nest box. But I want her to have that safe and secure place. Now, it's not just at night, right? Because you might be saying, yes, but my bird is going to be out all day. They're only going to go into their cage at night. That's totally fine, but that cage serves some other purposes during the day. You don't go and lay around with a pack of lions, a den of lions, a pack of lions, I don't know, a pack of wolves for lunch, right? Can you imagine? That wouldn't be resting and relaxing. Now, I am not saying that your house is not restful, although if you have predators in your house, called cats and dogs, your parrot at some psychological level is not fully comfortable with them, even if they play with them. Why? It's ingrained, it's built into them. It's a part of that safety and security. No matter what, when you see a predator, the first thing that goes through your brain before you even think is danger. Well, your parrot's the same, and they may get accustomed to it, they may get used to it, but what happens is, at some point, things can change, and your parrot knows that. So, the cage also has the ability to provide a place where they can feel safe and rest and relax for lunch. In other words, it's a place they know to go to where there's food and water available for them. Super important, right? For me, my parrots have to be able to access food and water whenever they are hungry or thirsty. Why? Because I want them to be healthy. So the cage means that, number one, they have a place where they know they can get that food and water. Hi, Beatrix, how are you? My golden conure, or Queen of Bavaria Beatrix, mwah, who I adore. And they can also go to a place that's safe and secure. So it gives them a nice place to go and take a nap. Again, eat that food and feel predator free. Why? Because it's their little piece of the world. This is their territory. Now, we don't want our parrots to be territorial, granted, but we do want them to feel like they have their safe place. We all need our safe place. It's a part of what makes us feel calm, balanced, happy, and lets us relax. The other thing that can happen is that when we're not feeling well, we want to be able to go and either lie in bed and watch a movie or do something like that. The same is true of your parrot. When they have access to their cage and they know it's their cage, then during the day, if they're not feeling well, they can go to their cage, and that can also help you clue into the fact that something's wrong. Because as we all know, parrots hide their illness, and it's very hard sometimes to tell that something's wrong with our parrot until it's too late. So if they have a cage where they have food and you put fresh food and fresh water every day, you'll notice if they aren't eating, that's a clue that something's wrong. And you'll notice if they're spending more time in their cage because they are safe and secure in there and they're not feeling well, so they need to increase that feeling of safety because they don't have enough energy and they're not feeling up to being up and out in the world. They're taking a sick day. So that helps you out, but it also really helps them out because they have that place. So it's not just the fact that, yes, your parrot should have a cage, it's what's in the cage. Yes, your parrot should have a place that they can call their own and that they're comfortable calling their own. It's probably a really good idea to put them in their cage midday because they do like to take a nap. Not because they have to stay. You can have an open door policy, but it's just because you're letting them know, hey, if you want it, here's your spot where you can go, you can rest, you can relax. But most importantly, it's a place that's out of a draft. It's a place that has food and shelter and safety and security, where no cat or dog can go. It's just all their own. And then incredibly, if you have multiple parrots, like me, I have over 22 species, parrots are my bliss, then it's amazing, but they all have their own home and they don't tend to go into each other's homes. So it really is a place that they can call their own. And that goes a long ways towards helping your parrot feel good, feel comfortable, feel happy, and increase their well-being. And I'm pretty sure that's what you want for your parrot. A happy, healthy parrot with great well-being, right? Come here, Bo. Because then you can have a beautiful, beautiful parrot, mwah, who you love, who you adore, and who you can have a blissful bond with. And we know there's nothing better than that. Now, here's my Bird Mom t-shirt, one of my daughter's original designs. This is a part of how we support our flock by having merch and books. So check out my books on Amazon. Go to shop.parrotbliss for some awesome parrot merch. Give me one of these. Oh, did you see that squirrel? I love watching them go by. Give me one of these. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. It helps my juice. And then I will catch you in the next golden video. Oh, I promised you Tico. Hello, Tico. That's his best friend. Tico. Tico. Hi, Tico. Hello, Tico. How are you? He's like, you brought my best friend back. That's all that matters. Yes. All right. Catch you next time.